Trevor? Trevor! Are you alright? Something going on out there?
Just thought I saw someone.
Well, I'm happy to see you again, although you still haven't quite told me why you wanted to see me today. It's been more than 5 months. So it's a Zopiclin you need.
The lady at the pharmacy told me that I needed an updated form of prescription from a psychiatrist. Otherwise, she can't give me the pills. I haven't been sleeping well in the past few days, so I'd really just like to get this over with.
Trevor, you and I both know that I can't just let you go that easily. I wouldn't be fulfilling my duty as a psychiatrist, and yours as a patient. It's been more than 5 months. Why don't we catch up, so I can see if you've made any progress?
Well, what is there to talk about?
I don't know. You tell me. School, homeschool.
Look, all I need is that stupid paper signed so I can get the damn pills so I can go home and finally sleep at night. She's keeping me up all night.
Who is?
Janis is.
Who's Janis?
She's my sister.
You've never mentioned a sister before.
There isn't much to talk about when you haven't seen her in 6 months.
Why is that?
She died.
I'm sorry for your loss. It must have been a hard couple of months. But I think this would have been the best time for you to continue these sessions.
Look, all I need is that paper signed so I can go home and sleep.
I think this is important, Trevor. Why don't you tell me about your sister?
Well, she died really unexpectedly.
May I ask how?
It was a car crash. Well, what else do you want to know?
The simple things. What did she look like?
She would be about 17 now. She had red hair and green eyes, and she was about my height. She had small hands, but she'd bite her nails a lot.
Was she a nervous person? Is that why she bit her fingernails?
No, I don't think so. If she was, she hid it really well.
So, what was she like?
I was just getting into that. She had a good sense of humor. She was really social. I guess you could even say she was popular. She had a lot of friends.
Do you think her school life differed from yours?
What do you mean?
Well, you've told me before that you've had difficulty making friends.
I work just fine by myself. It's a lot less to have to deal with.
What do you mean by that?
Just the pressures of trying to get into a good school are hard enough as is. Having a lot of friends and a busy social calendar just take your mind off what's important.
Don't you think that forming friendships now can help you know how to interact with people later?
As long as I had Janis, I knew I would be fine.
So, I would imagine you two were close.
Yeah, I loved her to death.
How about your parents? What was their relationship with Janis like?
They didn't talk much. They didn't really mesh well.
Why do you think that?
Just different personalities. I guess it's not that uncommon to fight with our parents at that age. I mean, they just didn't understand her.
What was she like in school?
Like what?
Did she do anything extracurricular?
Well, she was really into drama. She was a fantastic actress. She got the lead in the school play.
Didn't you say you were auditioning for the school play?
What?
I believe you mentioned a while ago that you were auditioning for the school play. It's something that we talked about you getting into, remember?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
And how did that turn out?
It was alright, I guess. I didn't get the role I wanted, though.
How has your home life been since your sister died?
It's been really lonesome. Janis brought life into the family, and with her gone, it feels like the heart's just gone out of it.
How's your relationship with your parents been?
Everyone seems to have just moved on, except me.
Why's that?
I feel they didn't really appreciate her for what she brought to this family.
Like,
Like, a sense of reliability. She was always someone I could talk to, someone I could trust. She was loving and protecting.
do you think you have a good relationship with your parents?
They don't hate me, but I love them as much as I can, and I know they do the same.
You said before that your parents' relationship with Janis wasn't very strong. Why do you think that?
Look, my parents loved us. I know they did, but it was almost like they tried to avoid her. I just felt like that I had a harder time recovering than they did.
Why do you think that?
They didn't care. They didn't. Once she was gone, they acted as if nothing had happened. They were her parents, for Christ's sake. You think they should cry or something, but they didn't even shed a tear. When I confronted Mom about it, she was acting as if nothing had changed. They're living in denial. They won't accept the truth.
Now, I know this may be difficult for you, but I'd really like you to go back to that day and recount the accident. I know you might not feel comfortable with that, but I think it's important.
We were driving home from school, and Janis was sitting on the passenger side. This had just been an awful day, just absolutely horrible.
Why's that?
Because I was fed up. I was fed up with school, with my job, with my parents. I know I had failed 2 exams that day because I had to stay an extra 4 hours at work covering someone else's shift. My mom had been riding me that morning because she felt I was isolating myself from her and from Dad. And that's just a load of BS because if she'd really cared that much, she should have talked about this years ago, and I was just going too fast. I'm too fast! I needed to stop. I just needed to stop. So I did. I just stopped. That's when the car hit us from the passenger side. Janis died on impact. I just can't live with that guilt anymore. It's all my fault that she's gone. She didn't deserve to die because someone just couldn't handle the pressure.
Trevor, please stop. Can we please?
Everything that was good in this world, anything that was worth something in my stupid little life, died the day the only person I ever loved died in that crash. Without Janis, just nothing seems to be living for. She was happiness. That's why I can't sleep. She's constantly there when I try and sleep. She's just watching me, just waiting for me to do something. I try to get up and try to touch her, but she's just standing there with the life drained out of her. She's haunting me, and I can't seem to get away from her. That's why I need those antidepressants. At least with the pills, I'm able to get through the night so I don't feel as bad about what I did to her. She didn't deserve to die that way from that wreck.
Trevor, you need to calm down. And I think you need to know what's really going on here.
What's going on?
Trevor, your mother insisted that I drop your recommendation for antidepressants because she's noticed a very large difference in your personality since you got into that crash. Your mother and I feel that you need to seek more vigorous treatment that I can't provide for you. Now, if you...
Condition?
Trevor, there really is no delicate way of putting this, but you don't have a sister. Trevor, you're an only child.
What do you mean? I've known Janis my whole life.
Janis is a figment of your imagination. All these memories that you have are hallucinations.
No, she's real. I know she is. You're just like all those guys at school. They don't know what they're talking about.
Trevor, I know this is a lot to take in, but your mother and I have made arrangements for you at a local institution. They have 24-hour surveillance so that we can make sure that you don't do anything.
Please, Dr. Baylor, just... What are you saying that I have?
Trevor, you suffer from schizophrenia. It's a common time for these symptoms to show up, and I believe that Janis is a symptom of a psychotic episode.
No, that's...
We're trying to make this transition for you as smooth as possible. Now, I know it's difficult to get your head around, but it's a necessary step.
I'm not going.
Trevor.
You don't understand. When I say I'm not going, I mean I am not going. I see what they do to people like me in there. They dope you up so high that you can't feel anything anymore. And I'd rather live with whatever this is than feel nothing at all. Whatever they do in there, it doesn't help you, it stunts you.
Trevor, we still need to discuss this matter.
It was nice talking with you, Dr. Baylor. I'll see you around.